The idea of blue zones has captured the imagination of scientists and everyday people alike because it provides a living example that human beings can not only live longer, but also live better. These are regions of the world, such as Okinawa in Japan, Sardinia in Italy, Nicoya in Costa Rica, Ikaria in Greece, and Loma Linda in California, where people often reach their 90s and even 100s with surprising vitality. What makes this fascinating is that their secret does not lie in expensive medical treatments or high-tech interventions, but rather in simple, sustainable habits that many of us could adopt. Researchers studying these communities consistently highlight the power of fresh, plant-based diets, regular movement built into daily life, strong social bonds, and a sense of purpose as key drivers of longevity. It is not one single factor, but the integration of all these elements that appears to create an environment where healthy aging is the norm rather than the exception. One of the most encouraging aspects of the Blue Zone model is how practical it is. People in these regions do not spend hours in the gym, count calories obsessively, or follow restrictive diets. Instead, they naturally engage in low-intensity activity throughout the day, such as walking, gardening, or household chores, which keeps the body in motion without strain. Their diets are centered on whole foods, legumes, vegetables, fruits, nuts, and moderate amounts of fish, often complemented by local traditions like herbal teas or small servings of wine. Because these eating patterns are not seen as burdensome, but as a joyful part of life, they are sustainable over decades. The emphasis on moderation rather than excess, especially when it comes to portions and animal products, supports long-term metabolic health and helps prevent chronic disease. Equally important is the social fabric of these communities. Loneliness and stress are major contributors to poor health and premature aging in many modern societies, but in blue zones, multi-generational households, close friendships, and a strong sense of belonging offer protection against these pressures. People know they are supported and valued, which not only improves mental health, but also reduces physiological stress responses linked to heart disease, immune dysfunction, and cognitive decline. Furthermore, having a clear sense of purpose, whether through family roles, community involvement, or personal passions, gives daily life meaning, which has been shown to lower mortality risk and even improve recovery from illness. What makes this research especially positive is that it proves longevity is not limited to genetics or luck. While some inherited factors play a role, most of the benefits in blue zones come from habits and environments that anyone can replicate, at least in part. Small adjustments like prioritizing home-cooked meals, finding enjoyable ways to stay active, fostering deeper relationships, and reconnecting with a sense of purpose can add up to real gains in health and lifespan. It is inspiring to realize that we do not need to wait for futuristic medical advances to live longer. Much of the knowledge already exists in the way these communities thrive. In many ways, blue zones serve as a hopeful reminder that a long, healthy life is within reach when we align our choices with nature, community, and balance. Rather than focusing on avoiding disease alone, they encourage us to build a life worth living, one filled with connection, vitality, and joy. And perhaps the most uplifting lesson of all is that these habits do not just add years to life, they add life to years, making the journey of aging one of fulfillment rather than decline.